Aseptic filling. Truckload of fresh tomatoes arrive at the factory either in baskets or in bulk. After recording the initial truck weight, the carriers are directed to the offloading queues, where the quality control inspectors assure that the crop meets our quality standards. The tomatoes are then offloaded using hydraulic platforms, which saves a remarkable amount of water and also prevents damaging the tomato in the offloading procedure. A water-filled flume conducts the tomatoes to the rolling elevators, while air injection pumps blow air into the water so that the resulting turbulence do the initial washout of the tomatoes. The elevators convey the tomatoes through shower heads for final rinsing and lead them to the sorting stations. At the sorting station, tomatoes pass a sorting bench for the visual inspection. Staff remove unripe, damaged and discolored tomatoes as well as material other than tomato. Suitable tomatoes are then pumped to the chopping station. Chopped tomato or pulp is then preheated in either of the following methods. 1. Hot break processing. The pulp is heated to 90 to 95 centigrades. At these temperatures, the tissue becomes brittle and some passes the filtration, which will result in higher viscosity. 2. Cold break processing. The pulp is preheated to 65 to 75 centigrades, hence the tissue remains firm and doesn't pass the filters. The resultant paste has better viscosity and filtration efficiency as well as lower pectinase enzyme and microbial load. Juice extraction. The pulp, consisting of fiber, juice, skin and seeds, is then pumped through an extraction unit composed of a pulper and a refiner. These mesh screens will allow more or less solid material to pass through to make a coarser or smoother product, respectively. Typically, 95% of the pulp makes it through both screens. The remaining 5%, comprised of fiber, skin and seeds, is considered waste and will be transported out of the facility. At this point, the refined juice is collected in a large holding tank, which constantly feeds the evaporator. Evaporation. Evaporation is the most energy-intensive step of the whole process. This is where the water is extracted, and the juice that is still only 5% solid becomes 28% to 36% concentrated tomato paste. The juice inside the evaporator passes through 3 stages, and its concentration gradually increases until the required density is obtained in the final finisher stage. The entire concentration evaporation process takes place under vacuum conditions, at temperatures significantly below 100 centigrade, which results in preservation of the end product's color and higher bricks. Aseptic filling and sterilization. The concentrate is sent from the evaporator directly to an aseptic tank. It is then pumped at high pressure through the aseptic sterilizer cooler, also known as flash cooler, based on a tube-to-tube heat exchange mechanism comprised of 3 stages: heating, holding, and cooling. First, the paste is heated to 105 to 108 centigrades and is kept in that condition for a certain amount of time. Finally, it is quenched to 37 centigrades. After the final stage, the paste goes to the aseptic filler. where it is filled into large gamma-ray pre-sterilized aseptic bags. Once packaging is done, the product can be kept up to 24 months.